Hi, I'm Alan R from Motor Matters, Toyota. But look, GR. Now, Motor Matters, of course, is the channel that brings you the latest, the greatest, the best and the newest in motoring, particularly in South Africa. So, have you subscribed yet? Hit the button now. Well, Leadfoot.
Alan!
Leadfoot Kelly strikes again.
My first Hilux.
Your first Hilux. Okay,
first
I've
Hilux.
driven plenty of them, okay?
Yeah.
So let's talk. The GR Sport.
Yes.
Now, we will show in this video a bit later our tribute to Dakar.
Yes.
Because the full-on Gazoo Racing team
Yes.
that drives machines that are kind of based on this, okay?
So,
Kinda.
Do you
Kinda.
know the interesting thing about the Gazoo Racing
Yeah?
team is they rebuild these things from the ground up.
Now, of course they do.
From the ground
But
up.
they've got a plastic body that kind of looks like a Hilux, okay?
So the things they share in common, I think, are the windshield and the door
There's
handles.
about 3 parts, yeah. But it's a Hilux. They call it a Hilux.
That tech filters through.
Let's
into
give
these.
them credit.
Yeah,
Come, you hammer them enough. Give them credit for a change, okay? So now, what Toyota have done is like, let's use Merc, have done with the AMG badge.
Yes.
You've got full-on AMG,
Yes.
one man, one engine.
Yes.
And you know that with the electric cars, they're calling it one man, one battery.
Really?
Yeah, that's the new slogan for I just had to throw that in.
I like it.
But anyhow, but then you've got full-on AMG.
Yeah, yeah.
Then you've got AMG Light, as I call it.
Yes.
Like the 53s, for
Yes.
example, where all the engineering and all the development is done by AMG, but then they build it in the normal factory.
Okay.
And then you get AMG line, in other words, the body kits and the blah, blah, blah. So 3 tiers.
Yes.
Now, they've done something like that with Gazoo,
Okay.
with GR in.
Yes, you've got the GR Sport, and
Yeah, you've got the full-on GR,
Extreme, yeah.
as in the GR Yaris and a GR Corolla that maybe will come here one day.
please.
You've got GR Sport, the middle one,
Yeah.
which gives you some fettling of the engine and body and
Suspension. blah, blah,
fiddling,
blah.
and then you get GRS,
Yes.
which is body kits.
Yes.
So there you go, that's the hierarchy. This one is a GR Sport.
So
Why is it a GR Sport?
more power.
Aha, goes from 150 kilowatts to 165.
Yep.
Goes from 500 Newton meters to 550.
Is that 10% on each?
It is exactly 10% on each.
My
Gee, you're getting
mathematics-
good.
My mathematics astounds even me.
This is what I pay you the big bucks for.
You don't pay me out.
I pay you the big bucks. The other now look, so they've done that. It's the standard 2.8 GD6 motor
Yes.
otherwise, okay? Same 6-speed automatic gearbox. Old-fashioned torque converter, but it does the job when you're cruising.
I'm adjusting my
It does
spectacles.
okay as well when we're off-road. So let's just leave it there. But what they've also done on this one is, besides body kits, they have played a bit with the suspension.
Yeah.
So they have gone a bit under the skin. Let's call it that. So you've got standard looking Toyota front end. Let's not even go there. It's got everything you want. It's got all the spec. It's got the fake carbon fiber effect look around there.
Doesn't this look like it should have a Toyota badge logo on it?
No, something, yeah.
No, just interesting.
But I have
do
to
like-
tell you-
I do like the Toyota name.
Yeah, I have to tell you,
bold
it's available in 4 colors.
chrome. Okay.
This is the black. They got all names, but black. There's a charcoal. There's a white and red, are the colors. Okay,
Fitting with the Gazoo Racing colours.
correct. Yeah. Okay. Now you got on this model. You can't exactly see what the alloys look like anymore because we did go off-roading, as you'll see just now.
You went off-roading. I had nothing to do with any of this.
Yes, you did. You had to film me.
I drove a little bit, yes.
You drove. You did drive,
did
and
drive.
you filmed me. So
film you.
come, but they are alloys, 17 inches. But what they do is they do give you a fairly fat profile.
Correct.
As opposed to these silly low profile things. And check the clearance. To give you, in again the off-roading, you'll see there is, I was actually very impressed when I watched back some of the footage, the articulation.
Yeah.
Especially on the rear.
Yeah.
It was actually quite impressive.
And-
And you've got the red.
And I have to say, we always harp on about the height of the tires, improving your road comfort. On this, the handling on bad roads on this car is exceptional.
That
It's
is
not,
very
it's not,
good,
It's
yeah.
not good. It is actually exceptional.
Yeah.
These tires and the suspension do insulate you from all those
Right.
undulations and the occasional pothole.
And there's another GR badge.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, lots of those.
You've got the running boards. They work. I mean, yeah. When you are sort of lack of height, you need a running board to get in and out.
What do you mean our?
Well, you're not exactly much taller than me, you know,
I'm
so...
a full head taller than you. And I'm wearing
There
short
goes
shoes.
your lack of maths
And
again.
I'm wearing short
There
shoes.
goes your lack of maths again. Okay, now you
Right.
get a good sport bar on the back
With another badge,
with another badge and another badge even in the center. So the sport bar's actually got 3 badges.
just in case you were
3.
lost
Yeah,
and
yeah,
wondering where your
yeah.
GR was. you
Okay,
can find
correct.
it.
And you come round the back.
And they've included rubberizing, which is nice. Can I just open
Yes,
this?
you
Yeah.
can.
Thank you. And they've included rubberizing, and here's our
Yeah.
soft tiny cover, which I'll put on a bit later.
Which you're going to
because
put on, yeah. Well,
Alan
I'm
makes me work.
going to watch you doing that
Yeah.
and laugh.
Nice, decent hooks here, which
Yeah,
I quite like.
but what we did find, interesting when we carry the load, which you'll see as well, those
they're low.
tie-down hooks are very low
They are
on
low.
the side. I would expect them to be much higher, just below that rail.
Yeah.
And that did cause us a bit of grief.
I suspect one of the aftermarket options, you can fit a rail
Yeah.
with those adjustable tie downs, which is really nice.
Stop.
I think you can get aftermarket rails with the adjustable.
I would hope so,
of
yeah.
these on there, which,
They-
yeah.
which will cost.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah.
Yes, as you say, this is a leisure bakkie. If you want to turn into a working bakkie, you can have
Yeah.
that option.
This is not supposed to be used for that. So that's the end of the discussion. Okay, done. Right. Okay.
Right.
So that's outside. The rest of it is Hilux. It
it's
is
nice.
a Hilux, and that's the end of it.
Nice,
So
big
what
and
more do you
solid.
say? It's solid. It's got a camera. It's got all the things. It's got the nice step over there. You see, I can still do that at least, eh? So it's still got that, and you know, I can...
I presume a tow bar is an extra cost.
Tow
option.
bar would be an extra cost option, but anyhow.
And I do want to point out to everyone that these aren't scratches on the side. It's actually just dirt from.
I was
from the
checking that
day,
out from you,
the
but
day.
yeah, when we went playing. Right, what we're going to do is we're going to show you off-roading.
Yes.
We're going to show you on the road.
Yes.
We'll show you the inside.
You're going to put your slave to work.
And I'm going to put my slave to work how you put a Tonneau cover back on.
I actually
And
have no
I'm
idea.
gonna
It's the
relax.
first time I've done it. So
Well.
this could end up being entertaining, or it could end up taking a while. Or if I'm just brilliant, it'll be quick and easy.
Well, let's see. Let's not let it end badly, okay?
Indeed, right. I'm ready.
Back in the old days, if you owned a Bakkie, every single weekend, one of your friends would hassle you, harass you, beg you, use whatever word you want to help them move some furniture. Well, Leadfoot strikes for a change. Yeah, that's him.
My pal is finally actually being put to some beneficial use for a change. But look at what I found!
An antique fridge.
My God.
It's almost as old as you are.
Can't tell you how excited I am to get this at home.
It's nearly as old as you are, you know that.
It's just a little bit older than you now.
Yeah, something like that. But there you go. You see, that's what Bakkies were originally designed for before they came up with this idea. Oh, no, hang on. I don't want Leadfoot's rear in the picture either. That's before they came up with this whole concept of leisure vehicles and everybody wanting luxury cars instead of Bakkies, and they had to be leisure things. They actually were designed to carry a load. So for once, we're doing the real thing. All right, well, we're on the highway now in the Toyota Hilux GR Sport. Let's give it its full name. And I don't know why I do this to myself, but I've let Leadfoot drive the thing as well.
No, it's Farmer Will. Look at my hat. It's
Yeah, Farmer Will. Yeah, look at him. I mean, yeah, listen, he can't dress appropriately for videos at the best of times. So, and I'm not showing you his legs, okay?
We're in a Bakkie. We've been to the actual farm. I have my farmer's hat
Well,
on.
hang
How
on.
much more South
Let's just show
African
you.
can you get?
Let's just show you. We got that great dirty hulking big antique fridge on the back there. That's what's on the back. So we've got a load on the back because I want to comment on that fact. Well,
How heavy is that fridge? It took four of us to lift
it took 4 of you to lift it.
It was no,
Not 4 of us. I don't do the lifting.
I don't know what that weighs, but I'm guessing it must be north of 120, 130 kilos.
Probably, yeah. But you know what it's done is it's made the Bakkie a lot more planted.
Yeah.
It's made the vehicle much more planted. You know, this is the thing with these double cabs that everybody says are, I term them default luxury cars.
Yes.
Because they've got everything you could possibly want that you had to buy a luxury sedan 20 years ago to get.
We are driving in comfort.
Absolute comfort,
Absolute
power.
cosseted
It's got
comfort.
it's got the screen. It's got everything. I mean, you're going to see all of it during this video still. But the bottom line being, nobody puts a load on the back of them anymore.
No.
They never do. And then they want to say it's got a bouncy ride.
They've become Santon ornaments.
Yeah. Then but it's bouncy.
No.
Well,
no.
put 150, 200 kilos on the back.
Go buy 4 bags of cement and chuck them on the back.
Yeah,
Problem solved.
like they used to do with the front of a Forksy Beetle in the old days.
Exactly.
Put a 50 kilo bag of cement in the front. You know that?
Problem solved.
Yeah.
And to be honest, the ride wasn't bad without that.
No, look, I'm not complaining.
Really
It was no worse than any other similar vehicle. Let's just call it that, okay?
Yeah.
Haven't experienced the new Ranger yet, but it was no worse than any of the others so far, all right?
I put it very similar to the Navara, in fact.
Yeah, and the Navara is known for its good ride.
It was the Navara rated.
So there you go, that's the point. Put a load on the back, much better. But we're cruising along on the freeway. Well, what we're doing, the speed limit on the freeway.
120 exactly.
Yeah, there you go. And it's smooth, it's comfortable. And Leadfoot's behaving himself. Oh my, I don't believe it.
I'm getting 8.6 liters per 100 now.
Exactly the same as I got.
And what do we have here? Looks like a Toyota. And what do we have inside the Toyota? It looks like an Allen.
It is
Morning,
an
Alan.
Alan. How's it?
Talk to me.
Toyota Hilux GR Sport. Gazoo Racing. What has Gazoo Racing just achieved?
First place in the Dakar.
First, fourth, fifth, and a whole lot of others that they built as well. They killed Dakar this year, okay? A week ago. They really killed it. Now we got, can we call it the road version of the Gazoo? But this is a tribute to what Toyota have just achieved at Dakar. So we're going to just play a little bit with this, okay? This is now what 99.9% of people who buy this Bakkie will never do. That's why we're going to do it.
I think you may be surprised. I'm just going to close the door and just have a look at the outside of the vehicle with you in it, and then you can show us what it's made of.
Right.
We can tell it's a GR because of this little red highlight. And it tells you. Right. Okay, Al, let us...
It's also got different 17-inch wheels on it.
Blah, blah.
The
We'll get
suspension has been adjusted slightly. We're going to cover all of that at another point in the video. Don't worry. What we're going to do is play.
It's a good-looking Bakkie.
Away with Leadfoot.
I am getting far away from this because this is going to end badly. So this car has more power. Plenty more power.
Yeah.
Disappointing.
Bouncing, bumping, going mad. But hey, it's fun, man. This is fun. Hey, you want to be a passenger?
Shall I show you how it's really done?
No. No.
And that's Alan chickening out, ladies and gentlemen.
Not a chance.
Right, let me jump in. It looks like from passenger side.
Okay,
I think it's going to be a lot more dramatic than from outside.
Sure it will.
Oh, the car actually feels quite pointed. Not too much bouncing around in here, surprisingly.
How was that, William?
Yeah. Let's do it again.
You want to do a bit more of it? Okay.
Wait, let me just balance this phone. It's gimbal. It's decided. Hang on.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have to. It's as easy as they come.
Yeah, I mean, you know what?
Now this is looking a little bit more.
I hate to admit this, but it's the vehicle.
Ah! It was always the vehicle. This is looking a bit more interesting. Ground clearance.
Hey. How do I take this? real water dip here and see what happens, and just hope to anything we don't get stuck at any point here, because
not a water dip,
this will be highly, highly embarrassing. I think I've come in too wide. That's what's worrying me.
He's gonna get stuck. Oh, he's not gonna get stuck. Oh, it's so disappointing.
This Hilux GR Sport,
Yes.
165 kilowatts, 550 Newton meters. So it's got the numbers.
Yes.
That's for sure. And in fact, interestingly, those figures actually match the original V6 Amarok. Do you know that? Before they went to the 190 version.
I am staggered.
Yeah. Okay. But that's the facts of it. I've noticed definitely more oomph out of this one than out of the 150 kilowatt version. I must say, I have noticed it is more responsive, and it definitely goes. There is more oomph to it. I'd like to use that word.
There's a difference between the eco and the power button.
There is definitely a good difference as well.
I haven't driven the previous smaller version of this particular Bakkie.
Yeah, no, I have. I've driven quite a few of them. Oh, gee, traffic. You can't get out of here, can you?
I don't think I was blown away as much by the performance as you were, but you know.
Well, you need to compare. That's the point.
I've come off the back of the Pro 4 X Navara.
Yeah. Okay.
And that for me was adequate. And I am not in a brigade who wants a squillion kilowatts out of my Bakkie. It's a working vehicle. It's a Bakkie.
Well, no, I'm going to disagree with you totally.
But
this is a leisure Bakkie. It's not a working vehicle.
Well, it's a leisure Bakkie. It's 900,000 rands worth of leisure Bakkie.
No, it's not. It's 875.
892.
Has it gone up?
So a little bit of change.
I had was 875
for your petrol, but there you go.
All right.
It's near as damn it 900 grand that side.
Yeah.
And
all right. Well, we've got to put a bit more diesel in it.
Let's just we'll pick up on this when we come off.
Right.
Right. So after our animated discussion we had whilst we were filling this thing up.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So leisure Bakkie.
Yes.
Fine. I accept leisure Bakkie. The leisure Bakkie these days should give us wireless Android Auto, Apple CarPlay.
Look, I didn't go into the details, but I'm thinking that you have to use the Toyota app to get through to those, okay, which is a pain in the... But something we have noticed is the fact that we just put in some fuel and the range to empty on the screen...
Dropped a kilometre.
Has not changed, even though we put in, not a fortune of fuel, but we put in like 4.5, 5 litres, which should at least have given you some more range. So there is something a little bit odd with the accuracy of that. Let me put it that way.
Well, my story was when I stopped at 60k range, put the fuel in, not half an hour ago, it dropped down to 46k.
Yeah.
Having put petrol in, diesel in, it actually dropped the range. So there's something
seems to be a little bit amiss.
But the fuel needle, the fuel gauge needle,
has moved. So
in the correct direction.
Correct.
So who knows what?
But just something we're pointing out. But look, what the car's got, and we're going to discuss the interior while we're doing this part. And in the video, you will see and have seen some of the off-roading we did at ADA. This is just on grass. We're just driving on grass. But listen, it's certainly capable on that. There's no question. But what I want to really concentrate on is the differences on this GR Sport model. So, red trim, most important. Okay?
Yes.
You've got to concentrate on the red trim.
Yes.
Okay. You've also got this fake carbon fiber effect over here. Okay.
Which probably won't scratch, which is nice.
What you have got that is really good is, for you, I'm surprised you didn't comment on it, pedals.
You know what they say, Alan? My mother always said to me, if you're going to have something bad to say, don't say it.
Yeah, but I'm saying that it's got pedals. You normally love pedals. It's also got the alloy kind of stainless steel kind of pedals.
I like the look of those.
Yeah.
And it's got GR badging.
GR badging
everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere. And it's got red stitching on the steering wheel. So they've done all these things. Now, I've read somewhere that it's got active cruise control. But I'm kind of looking and trying to find out where.
The cruise
I don't
control
see
at the back there is
it's at the back.
It's fairly basic, and if it's active, I didn't actually.
I didn't try it
to test it,
but I read it's got active, so I don't want to get picked out on that.
If they say so.
Yeah, it's also got the really nice seats. I must say these seats are nice. The sport seats, Nice bolstering.
Until you get some dust on them.
Okay,
On
fine.
the
cloth,
velour,
yeah,
you're going to have to keep it clean.
Okay, but I mean, it's got like the red on it again. It's got the GR badging
yes,
again.
yes.
So it's got all those things. Okay,
If you
so
look in here, there's a GR badge.
Ah, even in
No,
where?
no, there isn't.
No, there isn't.
Oh, they missed out there.
Okay, yeah, they missed an opportunity. But it's got all those things over and above the other
Yes.
base models, can I
Yes.
call it? Okay, that's what
Yes.
I'm trying to point out is the differences.
Yes.
Okay, and the extras you get for
Yes.
your extra money,
Yes.
because that's the point. Okay.
Yes.
You got aircon, which works very well. Okay.
The aircon is incredible.
Yeah. Okay. Very happy with that.
Yes.
You've got a eco and power modes. Okay, and they definitely
lifted out of the 1970s.
yeah. Okay, but the power mode definitely does give you a bit more oomph.
So I think what it's doing is, I'm not sure whether it's actually adding more power, but it's certainly adjusting your shift.
No, essentially it holds the ratios.
Yeah.
But you can feel it.
Yeah.
You put it in power, you feel it.
Definitely that initial pull-off is a bit better. Yeah.
Oh, some other trick we picked up when we were playing 4x4ing. If you want to change your modes, you have to be in neutral, not even in park, which I found interesting. I would have thought park should suffice, but it required neutral.
But
okay, fine.
This for me is a big point in the car because it is so simple. You just turn a knob.
But but wait.
Very easy.
Having said it's got to be neutral, it means you can't change on the fly, which some you can do. But anyway, look, you know what? I prefer being stopped. I would hate to do it on the fly.
No, I don't like that idea.
I would have preferred that you had the option of park or neutral. But anyway, I'm really being picky, all right. But it's Alan's picky point, let's call it that. Okay. Other than that, it's a Hilux, and it remains a Hilux. We'll talk just now. There is difference on the front suspension and a few things like that that I would say is basically for on-road, not for off-road.
Yes.
But anyhow. Okay, so that's where we stand on the interior. 875,000 rand.
892,000 rand.
Okay, well,
whatever.
I just under 900. Let's call it that. Okay.
Yeah.
You get a Tonneau cover. Apparently, there is an option.
Yes.
For a roller shutter, but a manual one, not the automated one.
Okay.
I found out, but it's an option. So I'm not quite sure what they charge you for it, but you can fit it on this. Okay.
Sure.
I actually heard that today. But as I say, they have worked a little bit on the front suspension, which I think is 90% for on-road. Usage, etc. Because as a GR Sport, they're making it the on-road emphasis, not the off-road. So look, the Bakkie Wars.
I think this thing is going to be good on dirt roads.
Not
necessarily hardcore 4x4. We know it can do hardcore 4x4, but on dirt roads, I think this
would go with you on that.
This is their answer to the Raptor.
I would agree with you on that. Look, that's where they've headed with it. The new Rangers, let's not go there right now. We're not going to discuss that. There's the Navara, there's all the others around as well. Okay, fine, the Isuzus, etc. Okay, but what they've done is they've certainly upped the game with this one from the normal Legend or whichever.
How old is this particular iteration?
It's been around for a couple of years. They've juggled with it a few times, so it's been around for a while. And Toyota stated that they've got something up their sleeve because they realise they're going to have to respond. So let's see what happens.
Now that interests me.
And the last point, for South African buyers, it's a Toyota. You can't forget that point.
You know, and to be honest, it needs it. Right.
So for Motor Matters, he's Will, I'm Alan R. We'll see you next time.
Now, we have not rehearsed this. This is virgin as it comes. Aluminium bar, as you can see, slightly bent, and it just clips in. I'm going on memory now for what we did to take it off into the rail, and all you do is you just give it a little bend and in it goes.
So it's a little bit bent like you.
You know, I can't say I wasn't expecting that coming, because I was expecting that coming a mile away.
But now look, let me show our viewers. This is actually the hierarchy at Motor Matters. Carry on, boy. Come on, Redfoot.
God.
What's taking you so long?
You know, the kind of abuse I have to put up with just to purely get this off so I can do a load.
Yeah, well, excuse me, who actually got the privilege of a load
of a
transported for them
I have
in
to
this
say,
Bakkie?
of a very nice. Now you see, I've knocked my aluminium frame off, so I'm actually going to put this on in place.
I think put the back one on first. Then you'll probably be a lot better off.
And basically, it's just got a little Velcro thing that goes around.
You know what? I quite like this idea of sitting here and giving you instructions.
I'm sure you do.
Viewers,
Oh look, we've got a bug that came from ADA.
viewers, tell us if you like the idea of me just giving lead foot instructions. Because you ruined the fuel consumption that I got.
I did not.
But we're
know
not
the
going to
fuel
tell anybody that.
consumption. That was just temporary. It's got these little
Yeah?
widget
Clips.
things that click in
Okay.
as you go. So it's just basically a
Yeah?
complete run.
Well,
that
don't
you
forget
run
you still got
along
the back rail.
I've got to put the back rail back. It's just come out first time. And how hard can this possibly be? Right. In you go. There you go. That's in space. And I think what we have to do is lift this side up.
What I'm interested to find out is how many people actually do take this thing off and on and do things like that.
I think once
yeah?
you've done it more than once, move up, by the way. Once you've done it more than once, you kind of get used to it pretty quick.
You think so?
Yeah. And it's got a rail running down the back
Yeah.
here.
I think I would personally want to spec it with the roller shutter.
I suppose it comes down to cost, but
Yeah.
you know,
Listen,
again,
if you're paying just under 900k for a Bakkie, you can afford to pay the extra bit for a.
I was
a
about,
roller
to
shutter,
say
yeah.
that if you're spending this kind of tom on a Bakkie,
And sadly, for
make your life easy.
security-wise, security-wise, Tonneau is canvas or whatever
Permission
it
to
is. So,
swear freely.
yeah, no, you will not do that.
Right, so that goes in there. We go the other side.
He's taking too long, isn't he? He's going to make this video very long at this rate.
Suspect
What?
that you have to do this.
I'm sure you have
Rail.
to set up the entire front end first and then do the back end.
That's what I suspect is coming.
You see, the brains, the brawn, let's see who's who. You decide for yourself.
So that's in there. Come brawn, you have to move. Oh, I have to get back up in there. So I think what we have to do, and it's got this really heavy bit,
Yeah.
which is where it
Which
actually
fits
clips,
it, yeah,
clips
where
in
it grips
place
at the
down
back,
there.
yeah. Correct.
So now we get this back in here. And run that all the way in there.
He actually seems to be getting it right, even if he's taking a long time.
It's in.
What do you think?
Have you ever heard the saying, Alan? If you're going to do something, don't do it.
Should have brought me a mattress to sleep in the back while he takes so long here.
We must point out that it's 4:30 in the afternoon, and it was interrupting your afternoon nap. Another nap is just taking the mickey.
Listen,
Yeah, right. I'm making myself
have you actually got
work
it
a bit
right now?
harder than I needed to. Yes. So now I think
Now you can put the second
we
bar
can try and put the second bar
and
in.
then lift it over the second
And I
bar.
don't think actually that these bars are directional. In other words, one goes in the front and one goes in
No,
the
I
back.
don't think so either. Doesn't
They're
look it.
exactly the same.
That looks about right.
Over? Yeah, it's looking good.
Gee,
Looking good. We're making progress. Who knew?
you have surprised me.
Well, it's quite fun taking cars apart and putting them back together again.
Yes, but let's just tell our viewers, you're the type of person that will take a car apart and have 1,000 pieces,
And
put it
then-
back together
and have one left over.
995 pieces and 5 left over. That would be your way of doing it,
No,
am I right?
absolutely not. That is against my religion. Right, so now that goes in there, that goes in there, and I think you just push it down. Do you? It's not breaking, you think?
There you go. Yay!
Job done.
Leadfoot!
How
I will
long-
have to congratulate
How
you.
long was that?
Well done, my lad.
5 minutes.
You've earned your $5 for the day.
Woohoo! That's double my normal salary.